Nobody indeed. What is good? Welcome into Driving the Line. My name is Alan Bell. We got a fantastic show lined up for you today. Hope everybody is doing great. Sunday, March 15th. It's so good to see you. Yeah, let's jump into it here. Liddy said, what's up, Maddie? What's up, everybody? It's good to see y'all, Maddie boy. It's so good to see everybody down. Japan. All right. Japan said, let's go AB. Now, I'm going to show this real quick. All right, Japan. First off, great job. All right, you did great work yesterday. I did not. Take a look at this. 1 for 4. That's after going 1 in 3 on Friday. Absolutely have been getting tuned up. Georgia Tech lost. Virginia won. Texas won. Florida State won. We get that. All right, North Carolina, they won. Santa Barbara did not. Florida won. Arizona in extra innings did not. Duke wins. Arizona wins. And then Vanderbilt beat Florida in basketball. Absolutely crazy. So I was horrible yesterday. However, Japan absolutely crushed it, man. Rahiki, big strikes, 50-plus, got him. 60-plus, got him. Elijah Smith, money line. Median Rahiki, money line, got that one. Didn't get Asplund or the cycle parlay, but Japan absolutely smoked it, my boy. Proud of you, man. Great job. Great job. I say thank you on behalf of everybody. Certainly don't say thank you on behalf of me. So apologies for that. Yeah. But Japan, you saved us. So great job, buddy. Junkie, what up, though? Time to get on a heater. Hey, it's a perfect day for it. Alonzo, AB, my man. Hey, so good to see you, Alonzo. Hope you're doing great. Pat, AB, been spread detail throughout all the chat sites. Brother, hey, I could give you the biggest hug for that right there. That is the best marketing, advertising that you can't buy that. All right. I appreciate that completely, man. Thank you, Pat, very much. And thank all of you that help spread it. I'm telling you, you guys do so much work. I appreciate y'all. All right. Now, what did we have yesterday? All right. Duke wins the ACC tournament, took down Virginia 74-70. Arizona wins the Big 12 79-74. Michigan wins the semifinal against Wisconsin. They'll play today. Vanderbilt, semifinal of the SEC, beats Florida 91-74. Big Tony, what is going on with Vanderbilt? Cannot get on the right side of them. St. John, 72-52 win over UConn. Wow. Arkansas, 93-90 over Ole Miss. That was a great run by Ole Miss, overtime game there. And then Purdue takes out UCLA 73-66. All right, now let's jump into it. Alonzo said, AB, I'm back yesterday, 12 of 12. Let's go. Now, speaking of all that, our man Zach in the Discord has done tremendous work getting our March Madness bracket set up. I know this graphic isn't the most exciting of all time, but it's got the most important information that we need. It is Selection Sunday, all right? It's going down tonight. Brackets are going to be set tonight. So if you want to play March Madness, which, of course, we all do, we all want to get in. We have 2 leagues, 2 brackets here at Driving the Line. You see the first one, a free bracket. Scan that QR code. All this is in the Discord as well, if you want that. So just go check it. Zach has all of that information there. So a free bracket on the left, scan that QR code. Now, if you also want to get down in a paid bracket, all right, $20, scan the QR code on the right. That'll take you exactly to the Venmo. Zach's handling all of it. He's done it for years now. He's the man. Don't worry about it. You're in great hands, right? But if you want to get down in the free bracket, which we all do, let's do it. Let's jump in. Scan that QR code there. If you want to get in on the paid one, scan the one on the right. That'll take you to Zach's Venmo, $20, and he'll have it all set up. And yes, as Matty Boy said, to be clear, you absolutely can do both and should. So there we go. It's Selection Sunday, and we'll put these up every day, every show that we have. Get ready for it. So, yeah, scan those right there. Absolutely get in that free one. And if you want to get the paid one, scan the one on the right. All right, perfect. Now, let's jump into it. What do we have? We're getting right to the show, to the picks. Let's go. All right, let's get into it, man. David said, good morning, AB. Good morning, big dog. So good to see you, man. Bobby said, morning, fam. Bobby, so good to see you, brother. How we doing? All right. Semifinals here of the World Baseball Classic. U.S. team total over 4.5. Now, this is a massive game. We're going to talk about all this. Don't worry. Massive game. All major league studs on both sides. All right. So we got Paul Skeens on the mound too. All right, I'm gonna take U.S. team total over 4.5. We'll talk about that game in just a second. All right, college baseball. Whew. You feeling it out there? It's been a tough weekend. However, it's a necessary weekend because what it's going to do is it's going to bring money line prices and everything down for the rest of the year. All right, because these teams can be beaten, and we're seeing it, right? All right, we'll go through all these games. Virginia, all right, all college baseball right here. Virginia money line, Southern Miss money line. Virginia going for the sweep. Southern Miss going to take 2 out of 3 on the road. Big one there Sunday today. Let's go. Joey said, what up, gang? What's up, Joey? Good to see you, bro. How we doing, man? David said, always great to see you guys and gals. And no work today. Absolutely, man. All right. That's number 1. I'm picking college baseball. Number 2, Texas money line, North Carolina money line. Texas looked better yesterday. Gets the win against Ole Miss. Split the series 1-1. Rubber match today. Like Texas to take 2 out of 3. North Carolina, 2-0. All right, taking on Cal. Finish the series. Let's go. Let's sweep it, boys. Come on. All right, Florida State. Taking on Wake on the road. Hasn't been pretty necessarily. Well, it was in game 1. Game 2, a little closer to home. That said, tough one against Wake, but I like Florida State's bats. We're going to take that, Florida State baseball. We're going to pair that with Michigan basketball. 6.5-point favorites against Purdue, Big Ten championship. I don't want a single thing to do with 6.5, although I'm not against Michigan by any means, right? But I want that money line. So Florida State baseball money line paired with Michigan basketball money line, and then Arkansas basketball plus 2.5. And let me tell you this. I've had so many Vanderbilt people reaching out last night saying, don't even think about picking us on Sunday. You have to keep fading us because it's working. Shout out to Vanderbilt. I can't get a read on you boys at all. However, you're playing great in the SEC championship today against John Calipari in Arkansas. Ooh, that's going to be a big one. All right, so I'm going to take Arkansas plus 2.5. Falaza said Kentucky money line until they lose. No kidding. Kentucky taking on Alabama. Hey, Kentucky's a good baseball team, man. And those prices are nice, too. Yeah, Scotty, good to see you, buddy. Vandy boys, I know, man. They are running through LSU. Yeah, that's it. Baseball. And in basketball, they're obviously running right through the conference. Oh, it's nice, man. Japan said, thank you, guys. Help the team when I can. Japan, thank you, buddy. Seriously, man. Great job. All right, let me get the banner up. Let's walk through it. All right, yesterday was a quick show, and I apologize. I was in so much pain. I get these jaw pains, man. When the temperature changes, like right in here, I couldn't talk. I was cutting that thing short, man. I couldn't talk. I couldn't speak at all. So anybody who's looking at yesterday like, man, that show was weird. I apologize. I was down bad. I was bad, man. Anybody that texted me yesterday didn't get a response. I was in pain yesterday. So we'll have a much more thorough show today. Yeah, Scotty, sinus is 100%. Dude, that's what it is, man. It was sinus pressure. Like I couldn't speak. It was bad. So apologies to everybody there. All right. Or maybe it was good. They're like, hey, you finally shut up for once. All right. World Baseball Classic. Let's start here. Matt, you need to get a tooth pulled. Yeah, I worry about that. That is the worst thing ever, isn't it? Gosh, that's the worst. Because you're looking at it saying, oh, this is going to cost. Not to mention. Oh, it's not fun. All right. We got Paul Skeens. Now, look, we have U.S. and Dominican. Liddy, what do you take for that kind of pain, AB? Yesterday, what I wanted, we can't say on YouTube. Nah, man. I was just firing off Excedrins left and right, praying that it would go away. Obviously, give me the DR at plus money. Sorry, gang. I know. All right. So here's the deal, man. This is a major league game all throughout. Team USA is loaded. The Dominicans loaded. Team USA minus 140 on the money line. All right. They've been minus 920 for a while. All right. Dominican can play. So we have Paul Skeens versus Luis Severino. I mean, major league studs, right? All right. Strikeouts. Skeensy, 5.5. What are you thinking? Now, Skeens was on a pitch count / inning count, whatever you want to call it, but pitch count, 65, right? And he went four in his last start. He went 4 innings, gave up 1 hit. Dude was just on absolute fire. So, and you're going to see these lineups here in just a second when we go over home runs. Competition stepping up a little bit. I don't know if he's going 4 innings and 1 hit. He might. Skeensy ain't scared of anybody, but you're gonna get Skeens higher of a pitch count, so you can get him going further. If he's throwing well. And look, Severino, you already know he could go too. So Skeens over 5.5 strikeouts, minus 155. Luis Severino over 3.5, minus 165. So you'd have to bump those up actually if you want to play either of them on the over. All right, team totals. Dominican over 3. Here, I'll leave this full screen. Over 3.5, minus 125. Team USA over 4.5, minus 115. So again, the total in the game is 8.5. Yeah, I mean, look, Alonso said it. MLB All-Star game, 100%. That's the way to approach it. Yeah. So, all right. So I'm going Team USA here, but again, it's not like Team USA's bats have been all that live. You know, they've been 5 to 6 runs. And competition, price of the brick just went up. So they say. So, yeah. I'm feeling the 4.5, but is anybody just playing the 8.5? I almost did because Dominican, look, Skeensy could go, but Dominican can hit too. All right, let's talk about it. You know what time it is. All right, here we go. Home runs. Now, let me pull the banner off just a second so we can get full view here. All right, we have 2 screens of this, by the way. So that's what you have. All right. Home runs, Aaron Judge plus 215. Juan Soto plus 290. Yeah. Kyle Schwarber plus 270. Cal Raleigh plus 310. Junior Caminero plus 360. Bryce Harper plus 400. Yeah, look at Ketel Marte plus 425. Pete Crow Armstrong plus 450. He went for 2 the other day. Bobby Witt Jr. plus 475. Roman Anthony plus 500. Alex Bregman 500. Manny Machado's in 500. Vladimir Guerrero's here 475. Austin Wells plus 550. Fernando Tatis plus 550. Julio Rodriguez plus 550. Bryce Terang plus 700. And Geraldo Perdomo plus 750. Yeah, you see these names? This thing is loaded. Marte's here. All right, keep going down the list. Juan Soto's here. Manny Machado's here. Vladimir Guerrero's here. Fernando Tatis is here. Julio Rodriguez is here. This game is loaded, Hoss. Oh, my goodness. All right, so for real, this is an MLB All-Star game today. What time does this game start? All right, 8 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Central. So you're going to get Selection Sunday leading into the World Baseball Classic. That's awesome. It's just a great day of sports. All right, so we're going Team USA over 4.5. All right, home runs. Where do you guys want to go today? What are you feeling? Who's stepping up? Is anybody going Judge? Wenzel. Nope. Bryce is gone. Yeah. Okay. Let's pick one on each side. Liddy, you feeling Soto? Yeah. Alonzo, you feeling Aaron Judge? Yeah. It's hard not to pick Judge, right? David Judge. Yep. Japan going with Bryce Harper plus 400. I like that. Yeah, he does know Severino. Good call. Cyclone Schwarby. Nice. Joey, has Judge hit 2 in a game yet? No. I think PCA is the only one that did. Addison, AB, we need an Oscar part. Oh, we do. Oh, I wish I had the Oscar odds in front of me. What are the big movies that are up for it this year? You going Schwarbs? All right. I'll go Judge. I think, yeah. All right. I'm going to go Judge 215. I know I'm eating chalk, but still. I'm going to go Judge and Julio Rodriguez. Yeah. I'm feeling some Julio today. Plus 550. Look, Machado and Tatis and Vladdy. Vlad might park one today. Sid, you going Schwarber? Yeah, man. I feel you. Marshall, you go Roman. Nice, dude. All right, plus 475. All right. All right. I'm going to go Judge. I know. I'm eating chalk. All right. I'm going to go Judge and I'm going to go Julio Rodriguez. Yeah, if you guys had to pick one on each side, where'd you go? Joey, Roman, Anthony, and Bregman. Nice. Addison, I think Center is a big winner. If you can get Timmy Chalamet at good odds, I'd still bet him. Michael B. Jordan is not a great actor, in my opinion. Center's going to clean up, huh? Rick Schwarber plus 270. There we go. Sorry, I didn't mean to cough in the mic. That was a rookie move. My bad. All right, so that's the World Baseball Classic. Liddy, all these players made the yeah. I like this is literally a Major League Baseball All-Star game. It's awesome. So is anybody going over 8.5? I mean, the pitching staff, it is what it is too. This is going to be a good one. All right. What do we have? College baseball. So we have some series that ended. We saw some doubleheaders yesterday. Some started on Thursday. So we don't have the full gamut here, but Coastal Carolina, App State, Coastal Carolina leads that series 2-0. South Carolina at Florida. Florida leads 2-0. BC at NC State. That series is tied 1-1. Tennessee at Georgia. That series is tied 1-1. Alabama, Kentucky. Yeah, it was brought up in the chat. Kentucky just continues to pound, man. They're up 2-0 in the series. Southern Miss, Arkansas State. That series is tied 1-1. Virginia Tech at Virginia. Virginia is up 2-0 in that series. Ole Miss at Texas. Excuse me. That is 1-1. UT Arlington, UTSA. That series is 1-1. Florida State, Wake Forest. Florida State 2-0 in the series. Texas A&M, Oklahoma. That's 1-1. LSU at Vanderbilt. Vanderbilt up 2-0. In the series. They took Friday against LSU, took Saturday against LSU. They going to sweep LSU? Big one in Nashville today. Michigan at UCLA. UCLA is up 2-0 in the series. North Carolina at Cal. They're up 2-0. Oregon State, San Diego, TCU, Arizona State. That series is tied 1-1. Joey, how about BC? Bro, right? Dude, Boston College, man, is doing the thing. Look, NC State, look, we're going to talk about it right here or in just a second. Like, I looked at it, was like, there's no way I can fade BC, man. I can't do it. All right, Coastal, App State. Coastal minus 425 on the money line. We go back, take a look here. Coastal's been handling their business. Coastal's been handling their business for like 2 weeks now. It started off tough, but they've adapted. This team is playing great right now, man. Minus 425. Sorry, I got to keep sipping cold water. It still hurts. All right, Miami at Duke. Look at this. Miami minus 160. There's no way I can play either side. I want to play Duke badly, but I can't trust it, man. Oklahoma State, UCF. We wanted a good series, and we've got it. Oklahoma State minus 125 on the money line today. Winslow just took Dominican Republic team total first three under half a run, plus 124 on DraftKings. Might be a better look than Skeen's strikeout prop, AB. Winslow, that's a good look, bro. Let me look at that again. Sorry. Dominican Republic team total first three innings under half a run. All right, so they don't score a run in the first three innings. Yeah. Nice. I like it. Is anybody playing any Nerfies no run first inning? I should have looked at what the price was. All right, Oklahoma State minus 125. This game's almost even. Missouri State, Liberty. This game is even. Minus 115 on both. South Carolina at Florida. All right. Hey, Joey, hey. Yeah, hey. I'd fade BC today. I'm allowed to bet in-state, though. Yeah, no, you're good. Yeah. So, all right, we'll talk about that in 1 second. All right, so South Carolina, Florida. This has not been the most exciting series on planet Earth, but Florida's doing the thing. They're minus 620. Sorry, let me get the banner back up here. So, minus 620 on the money line here. Yeah, I mean, it's been tight, but I'm looking for Florida to pound it today, man. Right? Minus 620 is playable because you're going to have some minus 180s out there that you could work with. As Joey talked about, BC at NC State, man. BC's handling its business. Sid, Pete Crow Armstrong swinging a good bat. Yes, he is. He hit 2 the other night. Yeah. No run first inning is minus 110 in the World Baseball Classic. I like that. Skeens and Severino in an elimination game. Yeah, I really like that. Minus 110. I thought they'd price you at like 160. Okay. Man, they got some hitters, though. All right. Yeah, look, I'm with Joey, man. Look, it's hard to fade BC, but you would think NC State, this would be one of those days where like, all right, boys, come on now. This is all about winning the weekend, right? Alonzo, yeah, I'm in. Minus 110. I know, man. I'm surprised. West Virginia, Baylor. West Virginia minus 180. Virginia Tech and Virginia. Virginia minus 620. They're priced the same as Florida. Florida priced heavily today. You remember on Friday against South Carolina, it was like minus 220. Minus 620 today. Now, I bring that up as Virginia's kind of in the same boat. One Friday against Virginia Tech, one Saturday against Virginia Tech. Who wants some of Debo, right? God, I'm nervous, though. Is anybody looking at it? All right, so anybody that's brand new to betting college baseball, you're probably wondering, AB, what are you talking about? You're nervous. Virginia's been smoking Virginia Tech, right? And agreed. This sport is notorious for a team going in on a Sunday game 2-0 and get smoked out of nowhere. Now, I don't say that this is absolutely where it's going to happen. I bet Virginia. I put my money on it with Southern Miss, right? This sport gets chaotic on Sundays, right? So keep an eye. But that said, Virginia Tech, man, is giving up runs left and right. Joey, this sport is nuts. It's insane. That's why I say, all of you out here, like, I'm not blowing smoke up your tailpipe. Like, every single one of you are tough as a $2 steak, man. This sport is brutal. And you can make all the right picks, and all of them get smoked in one day, right? Yeah, man. Virginia Tech. I'm with Virginia. Like, just keep going. AB totals are up. Got a bunch of 11 a.m. games. Ooh, nice. Yeah, if you guys see any totals in these games, especially any ones that heavily stick out, let me know. All right, so we're on Virginia here. Tennessee and Georgia. Okay. So, again, we go back to this series has kind of played out what we thought a little bit in terms of they've split. Tennessee wins on 7-4 on Friday. I think Georgia won 4-1. Georgia won yesterday, right? So what I'm getting at is that Georgia, one of the best hitting teams in the country. Tennessee can pitch its butt off, man, from front to back. And we're seeing it. We're not seeing, a lot of runs, especially from Georgia, which could absolutely change today. But keep an eye. This Tennessee team can pitch. They have got arms like crazy, man. So that's going to keep them in it. But I worry if Tennessee's bats aren't live, this could be a tee-off day for Georgia. Georgia could go off today because both teams have had to use, arms to get through. These have been tight games. So, yeah. I don't know what the total is on this. I wouldn't be surprised. 10.5. Well, no, it's Sunday. Probably 11.5, but maybe 12. I don't know. Keep an eye on that one. That's been a chaotic series, and rightfully so. These are two good teams still trying to find themselves. Tennessee trying to find itself at the plate. So we'll see what run production looks like there. If anybody gets a total during the show, let me know. Southern Miss at Arkansas State. So you can see it right there. We have a Southern Miss money line pair with Virginia. Look, it's been a good series. Arkansas State's a good baseball team. Arkansas State took game 1 on Friday. Southern Miss comes back yesterday. Southern Miss minus 175 on the money line. Again, we look at it as let's go out, win the series, right? Hasn't been perfect. Ooh, Joey, total's 13. Ooh. Tennessee, Georgia. Those are two dangerous teams to fade because they both could go off. But like Tennessee, I mean, they went off once, against Tennessee Tech. Tennessee Tech ain't Georgia. That 13 is big. Yeah, all right. So Southern Miss, man. Tennessee, Georgia. I would lean to the under, but God, it's scary. Joey, Southern Miss is 11. Yeah, that makes sense. You're going to get some pitching today. All right, Southern Miss here. Keep that going. Iowa and Penn State, nothing here. Iowa minus 315. Alabama, Kentucky. Sorry. Kentucky minus 125. Yeah, look, it was said in the chat. Kentucky money line until it runs out. This Kentucky team is good. They can pitch. They can hit. They can hit better than other teams think. So last year, remember, Kentucky's kind of doing the same thing they did last year. We rode Kentucky for a while. I completely agree with the thought process. Kentucky's got a lot of Southern Miss, UC Santa Barbara type in them, right? They're not always going to be a team or a series that you're going to look at immediately, like when you're going through, a weekend slate. However, they're a pretty dependable team. Minus 125. Be careful, Bama today. Kentucky, you want to put up runs, obviously, but be careful if you get in a slugfest. What's this total? 13? Yeah, probably. Aubie, anyone like that UCF Oklahoma State over at 12? It's gone over both games. Yeah, I do. Them teams can hit, especially when they've been hitting through the weekend. They've been using pitchers, right? So they start hitting today. You're running out of arms. All right, so Kentucky minus 125 again. They have flaws, all right, but this is a good baseball team. We're going to bet Kentucky a whole lot this year. Notre Dame and Louisville minus 115, minus 115. The books just put their hands up and said, "Here, you figure it out," and rightfully so. Creighton and Tulane minus 166. Shout out to John Bowman. Love him. Purdue and Maryland minus 130. High Point, USC Upstate minus 115. Anybody getting down on a High Point today? Ole Miss and Texas. Ooh, here we go. All right. It feels weird. It still feels weird that this is an SEC game, I know that we're a couple of years into this Texas thing, but it just feels weird. But this matchup doesn't. We've seen this decades, man. Ole Miss has been good at baseball for a long time. So is Texas. Texas minus 220. So Ole Miss took game one. Ole Miss took game one. Texas took game two. So we go back to, winning the weekend, which I'm not going to. I'm going to have to go perfect today just to try to get close to even. So, look, me proverbial better, right? Like if I'm a college baseball team, I'm sitting 0-2, right? Texas got to get it today. We're going to find out the medal on Texas. Took their first loss of the year Friday. All right. Bounced back nicely on Saturday. What is there a total on this? 12.5? Did they just go industry standard? Kansas, Texas Tech. Would you put this at 11.5 or 12.5 or 13.5? Kansas might put up some runs today. Texas Tech might put up a lot. Liddy, Kentucky money line, UCSB money line, Coastal over 13.5 plus 400. All right, let me say it again. Kentucky, Santa Barbara, and Coastal over 13.5 plus 400. Nice. All right. Kansas State and Houston. Good series here. Seen runs. We've seen runs too. This has got to be 13, right? Old Dominion and Troy. Troy minus 238. Addison, Cam Fowler, St. Louis has an assist in 6 straight games. Assist plus 300, point plus 220. Beautiful look, man. Joey, Kentucky Bama game scares me too. I know. And it's one of those to where, which type of better are you? Are you better type A, saying, I bet on what I see. This team keeps winning. I bet on it, right? Or do we, like Georgia Tech Clemson is a perfect example. Perfect example. Out of nowhere, right? Georgia Tech hammering Clemson, game 1. Hammers Clemson, game 2. Out of nowhere, Clemson rolls them up, right? Like, dude, it's notorious for it, right? So I'm right there with you. But again, yeah, we're trying to project something that we might just be seeing our own shadow, Because Kentucky's doing it. I'm with you, man. That's going to be a fun game. All right, South Alabama, Louisiana. Louisiana's minus 166. Addison, beware. I've been more successful picking my nose than hockey bets this week. I know what you mean. I've been getting tuned up the last 2 days. I feel you. All right, Florida State, Wake. Okay, again, we find ourselves in the same spot. Florida State wins game 1, hammered Wake. Florida State wins game 2. Didn't hammer them, but it was a thorough win, right? What do we do here? Now, we're on Florida State money line. You can see it right there. We've got it paired with Michigan basketball money line, right? Just keep going. Minus 125 on the money line today. So the books are saying it's risky because Wake is a good baseball team. I don't want this show to become every game. I'm worried about, because who the heck wants to hear any of that mess, right? What we need, all right, the answer to that is runs. And again, duh, right? If only I had a bunch of $1 million, it would solve all my problems. I know, right? But we got to get Florida State hitting early. If they come out and hit early, they're going to force Wake into pitching changes. And once you get the starter out, it's game on. That's the game you're playing in the dugout. How fast can we get that starter out of the game? Literally. That's Florida State's MO today. Everybody in the first inning swinging. if you can get runs out of Florida State early, they could do some big things. That minus 125 right there, like that's what I was saying. You're gonna have some minus 620s, but you're gonna have some spots like we played with Florida State to where it can bring a team you didn't think that you could play money line into effect. It could bring that in. Now you have to be right, obviously, with the Florida State game, but they can bring options for you. All right, Texas A&M, Oklahoma. This has been a fun series, man. At 115 on both sides. Two excellent baseball teams. We played Texas A&M in game one and extra innings lost. Like that. If you want to sit down and just watch a good baseball game, here you go. Arizona and Utah. So Arizona. I like them, but that loss yesterday hurt. Fellas. It's a classic spot today of me. Like, let me say this. If I didn't bet Arizona yesterday, I would bet them today. Even with them losing. And I could be an idiot, right? Likely so. But the fact that I bet on them yesterday, it has me shook today. And number one, rightfully so, because you can't trust Arizona. However, they're a better baseball team than Utah. And if you look at it like if you're flipping a coin, and I'm not saying that that's what this game is, but if you're flipping a coin 10 times, every flip is independent of the other. If you hit 9 heads in a row, that has absolutely nothing to do with flipping it the 10th time. Nothing, right? Now, that's not the same type of comparison analogy. However, just as a bettor, if I said bet Arizona, they'll lose. If I don't, watch. Does anybody else have those things that run through your head as a bettor in any kind of sport where you're like, no, I'm cursed. Now I'm chasing. No, I can't do it. But if anybody's looking at Arizona today, like Utah on a Sunday could get worked. But we just can't trust Arizona right now. Indiana and Oregon. Oregon minus 375. Michigan, UCLA. UCLA minus 920. Yeah, Alonzo. Arizona bats can't be trusted, but pitching is there 100%. I mean, they've got so much talent. Like when they get the bats going, this Arizona team is going to be legit for real. I'll take Zona for you, AB. LFU take NC deal. All right, that's a deal, bro. I'll do it. Yes. All right. I got NC State versus BC. All right, let's go. Hey. Good work, brother. I like it. That's teamwork right there. That's a teammate. Let's go. All right. Yeah, Junkie. Mind over matter, AB. Let's get it, Haas. Yeah, there we go. I love it. Needed the boost. All right. UCLA handling their business. Minus 920. There's nothing we can do with that. LSU and Vanderbilt. Vanderbilt took 13-12. We were at that game, and it was awesome. Vanderbilt has been all over LSU's pitchers, all of them. Good to see it. Vanderbilt needed it. Tim Corbin and them boys are playing good baseball right now. So, perfect example of why this sport is medicinal drugs, right? Vanderbilt just putting it all over LSU at home today in Nashville. It's 9:43 right now. I'm 15 minutes away from Hawkins Field. All right. It's beautiful outside. It's sunny. The wind is blowing. It's nice. And Vanderbilt is the underdog. Right? Like what? But that's the problem is that LSU, man, at any moment, they're going to turn this thing around. There's no question. Just the question of is when. So I say it to say, if you're the type of bettor saying, AB, I appreciate you, what you're trying to look and what could project, but I'm betting on what I see, and that's Vanderbilt taking belt to tail of LSU, right? And you can get them at plus 130. You don't even have to pair it with anything else. So what is this total going to be? 11? 11 and a half. Well, they've used some pitchers. Yeah, Hawk. Yeah. Yeah, it is. Yeah. 100%, man. It's going to be a heck of a game, though. All right. Oregon State, San Diego. Oregon State minus 315. That could be a really nice piece right there. That could be a really nice piece. Now, be careful, San Diego, but that minus 315, you could do some work with that. Finish it up here, baseball. UC Santa Barbara, UC Davis. Santa Barbara lost yesterday. So, again, same kind of deal with Arizona. Now, they're minus 425. So, you're taking risk and you've got to pay for it. But again, just win the weekend, right? So, Santa Barbara might be somebody you could take a look at. Like, again, I have no, like, faith has not fallen one iota anything with Santa Barbara. Love this team. They're flawed. They're not perfect, right? Same thing we talk about with Kentucky. There are going to be moments where they just don't play great. And, yeah, I mean, they're not perfect, but they're good. They're going to be a team we can count on, too. So we get to look at it. What does Sunday look like on the road, business trip? Can you handle it? Let's keep an eye on that one. UC Irvine, Cal State, Florida. Irvine minus 154. Ohio State, Washington. Washington minus 145. I'm not fading the Pacific Northwest. Every time I do, Hawk, I get tuned up. All right, Washington minus 145 here. North Carolina, Cal. All right, so we're on North Carolina. Minus 220. North Carolina's look good. One on Friday, one on Saturday. Minus 220 can do a lot of work for you today. So we have North Carolina on the money line. Again, just look to runs. The answer for North Carolina today, again, I know I'm saying the most cliche thing ever, but, man, you just pound that starter. Get him out of the game. Yeah, Joey Fungate, no doubt. I'm with you. Just get that starter out of the game, and Cal's in serious trouble. But if the starter goes, 7 innings of dominant baseball, not good. Yeah. So, North Carolina, the same deal, man. Just get up, get the starter out, get some hits, get some guys on base. Even if you don't necessarily, get a run in the first inning, just get the pitch count up, man. Get some guys on base. Get Cal in some spots. So, quicker we can get North Carolina scoring some runs, the better there. TCU at Arizona State. Great series. Arizona State minus 175. Pitt, Stanford. Pitt minus 180. Stanford's getting into dangerous territory. Then finally, Hawaii and Long Beach State. Hawaii minus 180. All right. I know the Hawaii regional is done, but I'm in for, we need to figure out, Hawaii Sundays. You know what I mean? There's going to be a day. I don't know if we're going to be able to bet Hawaii throughout weekends. I don't know how far we can trust them, even though with the boys, right? I feel like we can find a day where, it's Hawaii Sunday. You know what I mean? So let's keep an eye on them today. They might be that team. When we're in a pinch, it's Hawaii on Sunday. Let's go. All right. So that's what we have in college baseball. Now, college basketball. Man, this show feels so much better. Yesterday, I'm telling you, I apologize. I was in pain. I couldn't talk. I know some people are like, hey, man, get in pain more often, brother. Shut up. I feel you. I'm kidding. Vanderbilt, Arkansas. Okay, so, yeah. Every single person I've ever met that's a Vanderbilt fan, which is a lot, and I love them, have said, bro, you have faded us in every game. Every one of them. And we're just tuning you up. And that's accurate. So I'm going Arkansas plus 2.5. But here's the deal, though. Vanderbilt, who beat Florida by 20 yesterday. What do you say? I could say they're on fire. I could play NBA Jam. He's heating up. Vanderbilt is just, they've gone unconscious. They're putting up 90. The game is 8 minutes away from campus, just down Broadway. You don't even have to leave the street. Terrific as Vandy. Look, yeah, hey, everything on planet Earth says Vanderbilt today, right? On fire, -2.5, 2 buckets. It's at home. Everyone who's a Vanderbilt fan, alum, all of that, has every seat in the house. You know why? Because every other fan base has left. So here's the other thing, though. Arkansas is a good basketball team, man. Yeah. This is tough. Does Vanderbilt have it? Because look out, man. John Calipari has won some games in this arena. Some big games. He's won big games in this arena at Kentucky. He's won this SEC tournament so many times in the same spot. He's won big games with Memphis in Bridgestone Arena, right? Like Cal's a big game hunter. He is. And I respect it, man. I know I'm not betting Arkansas just because to fade Vanderbilt. I'm saying that, and trust me, all of my friends have said, bro, please do not pick us. That said, though, I'm with Arkansas. I'm with it. Like, this team, C-Dub, shout out Derrick Rose, 100%, man. Dude, when you remember when the Memphis and Tennessee played, they're like 1-2, and it was Cal versus Bruce Pearl. Oh, man, that was fun. Alonzo, fast-paced teams, overs coming from the beginning. That's another thing. All right, so the total of 166.5. Vanderbilt, like, it's all gas, no brakes. You're 100% right. And think about the mentality. If you're Vanderbilt, what's the last thing you want to do? The last thing you want to do is get in a slow, methodical, a timeout in every possession. You don't want to do that with Cal. Nothing against Vanderbilt, but Cal's a hustler, bro. He'll pull out some stuff you ain't never seen before, right? If you're Vanderbilt, you want to come out and just smoke them. You just get every bucket you can, go to the rack, get fouled, go to the free, all that. Vanderbilt wants the chaos. So I'm 100% with you that I think right out of the gate. Because why? Like, and if you get that as well, Arkansas will speed up too. Because it's not like they're afraid to score, right? So I'm with you. And over first half over, you know what? That's a big number of 166.5. I was just thinking that the first half might be a better. Yeah, man. And Alonzo, you've been money on these first halves. So I don't want to jinx you, by saying that I agree. But I mean, just the mentality. If you're Vanderbilt, why? You ain't waiting on nothing. You know what I mean? Like, you weren't supposed to be here. It's not, like, hey, we're the number one team in the country. We got to hold this. It's none of that. It's, hey, tip the ball and get out of the way, bro. Yeah. I think it's going to be a fun game, man. Joey, I'm fired up for today. Yeah, I am too, man. It shocks me with it. Let's go, bro. I love it. All right. Purdue and Michigan. Michigan, 6.5-point favorites. It feels like both of these teams are probably exhausted. Right? Like, and I'm not even talking about the tournament. Tournament is what it is. Now, they both want to win, I assure you. But bigger things on the horizon, and especially for Michigan. We have Michigan on the money line, paired with Florida State baseball. You can see it there below. But what do you do with this total? 149.5. All right, so if you're trying to get the over, I mean 76, 74. Yeah. That 150, yeah. 70. Okay, let's just we're just doing that for the math to get to 150. Let's just assume 76, 70. Do you think we can get there? Do you think both of these teams get closer to 80 or closer in the 60s? Here's where I'm stuck. Vanderbilt and Arkansas, I feel like, yeah, it's going to be run and gun back and forth. I mean, you'll have dead spots, but you're going to have a lot of fouls in that game too. This one, Purdue and Michigan, feels like classic Big Ten championship, right? I'm riding Yale until the wheels fall off. Let's go. I love it. 76, 74 roughly is what you need to get the over. We're not saying these teams can't score there, but doesn't, God, it feels like 72, 68. Man, it feels like that type of a game today. But I could be wrong. Like, I didn't bet it on the total, so don't take my words as gospel. Like, what do you think? You think it's higher scoring? Michigan in the last, yeah. So what is that? 171, yeah. Could be way off, right? Yeah, I don't know what to do with the total. But I do want Michigan. I don't hate that. Look, I don't hate the spread. But I think what I'm getting at is that I mean, we just can't trust. I don't know what you're going to get from Purdue. They played good. Japan. AB Howie told me to bet Medvedev money line plus 320. Bro, Howie Schwab would text me at like 3 a.m. with all these crazy tennis bets. I miss him so much. Oh my God, that just made me smile. Man, when he would sit in, I swear to you, this man sit in bets from the back of an ambulance. I'm not kidding. On the phone. He's calling from an ambulance at 3 a.m. You could hear the nurses or the medical professional people. Sir, you're going to need to hang that phone up. Hey, Medvedev, bro, get it in. He's the greatest gambler of all time. Like, that man took it professionally. I have so much respect for Howie Schwab. I loved him. Loved him. All right. Dude, he was a real one. He's the best. Oh, man. Schwab, respect, brother. Okay, this Michigan, again, we're on the money line. I know that I'm all over this, but I don't know what to do with that total. Yeah, he was the GOAT, 100%. Joey, Arkansas won by 25 a while ago. Yeah, and like, here's the other, like with Vanderbilt, man. Like, thank you, Joey. Thank you so much for that information. Both the games. As volatile as Vanderbilt is, in a good way, that could all go away. But again, that's just projecting what we think could happen instead of what we're seeing, you know? So, yeah, it's tough. All right, so that's what we have. All right, that's sports for today. We've got an hour. I'm not going to keep you all, but it's so much more fun than 20 minutes, right? I promise I'll get jaw surgery or whatever we need to do. One day, baby. But we got sports, so, hey, let's put that on hold. Doc, let's go. All right, let me get the banner down. Going to be a great day. U.S. team total. World Baseball Classic over 4.5. minus 115. Man, that's going to be a game. Big Brett said, AB the GOAT. That's you, bro. It's good to see you, man. It's good to see all of you. I hope you have a wonderful day. It's going to be a good one. All right, so U.S. team total over 4.5, minus 115. Virginia baseball money line paired with Southern Miss baseball money line, minus 120. Texas baseball money line paired with North Carolina baseball money line, plus 110. Florida State baseball money line paired with Michigan basketball, plus 110. And then finally, Arkansas basketball, plus 2.5, minus 115. Boom. Alonzo said, whiskey burpees, AB, that'll heal your jaw. Yes, I'm telling you, that bottle of Woodford right there. I almost cracked that thing open yesterday. It was close. Hey, here we go. Yale, VCU, Michigan. Money line. I love it, man. I love it. All right. Hey, and he said it best. Yale till the wheels fall off. Let's go. All right. It's going to be a great Sunday, everybody. Have a wonderful, wonderful day. We will be live tomorrow, normal time, 10 a.m. Eastern. Until then, best of luck. Let's cash these tickets, and we'll see you soon. Thank you.
Who's got it better than us? Nobody.